Gemini, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below, and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each card. So, Gemini, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Oh, what just fell out? The Empress. All right. I see two queens and an empress on the board here. So, coming out of a place of lack and bringing something into fruition. The Five of Pentacles is one of those things that comes into our life. It's like the fives are about chaos and uncomfortable change, but the fives come into our life to show us the things that we don't want. And then via process of elimination, we figure out what we do want. The Emperor, and you have that in the inverse, by the way. The Empress here is about creation. It's about taking something and bringing it into fruition. If this is about a love spread, it can represent fertility. But it also represents the fertility of ideas. Bringing a new idea into fruition. Bringing a thought out of your head and taking some sort of action to make it happen in the real world. Okay? So what I'm getting from this for your hopes is you're hoping to bring yourself out of a state of lack and directly into a state of abundance. So you're hoping to make a change based on an uncomfortable situation that you very recently had. Making lemonade out of lemons. That is your hope. Your fear, now we're getting into the queens. Your fear is that this is generally a slow moving energy and that you don't have the resources to create this environment for yourself. You know what it is you want to achieve, but you just don't know how to get there. So you fear that you're going to start putting things into play and that it's not going to yield the results that you want because you're acting so quickly, you know? So it's like you fear that you don't have the resources to create the environment to get the outcome that you want. The reality of the situation is that you are playing a little bit of a political game here. You are flirting with illumination. So how do I put this feeling into words? It feels like you're testing the waters to try and get the information you need to see where it is that you want to go. So when it comes to friends, family members, and even work, you're throwing out specific information just to see how people react. That's the reality that you're in right now, Gemini. You're testing people. You're testing the waters in order to gain what you need, in order to gain the information that you need to move forward. The Queen of Wands is sometimes referred to as a very seductive energy. But she's a bit of a performer. So I'm not getting outright lies out of this, Gemini. What I'm getting is omission. I don't think I think you're holding a certain amount back. And you're only letting people see exactly what you want them to see for the moment because you don't want to expose your full hand. This is a very different way than you've moved, whatever environment we're dealing with, be it this, if this this is a vocational situation, okay? If this is a political situation, if this is a familial situation, or if we're actually talking about romantic love, whichever one of those environments this reading resonates with, because this is a general read, so it can apply to different people in different ways. Um, Whatever environment you're functioning in that this story resonates with, you're working outside of the normal way you would do things. You aren't relying on this is how things used to be. You recognize some habits that you wanted to make a change with, and you're specifically acting in this very political manner. You're very specifically being cautious with what it is that you're putting out there and what it is that you're getting in, because you recognize that putting everything out there in the past didn't necessarily serve you, and holding everything back in the past didn't necessarily serve you. So you are literally tiptoeing in the water right now. And you're not looking for a huge goal or outcome. The goal that you're looking for, the foundation that you're looking to build, is one of balance and one of justice. So you're hoping that people who, let's say, are less than honest with you will be exposed, not to everybody and not to be embarrassed, but just enough to you so you know not to deal with them anymore. And that the people who are very honest with you and the people who do serve your highest good will also be exposed so you know who you can trust. So the end goal is still far behind, because the Four of Wands here is about achieving a milestone. It's a small celebration. And the small celebration that you're looking to achieve is the maturity that you have in knowing that holding everything back is a little childish, and putting everything out there is a little too much. It's a little too intense for people. So you're learning this political game of what I should share and what I shouldn't. And honestly, I kind of feel like you're doing it without lying. You're not like, I don't get a sense of lies out of this. I get a sense of, well, you only need to know so much right now. And I'll see what happens and how I feel tomorrow and see if you need to know the rest. Gemini, you're strategizing. And you're doing it so you can rearrange all of the people in your life into a file cabinet based on like levels of trust, you know? And you're testing the waters on everybody. What level of trust do you deserve? I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, Gemini. I'll see you next week.